And first, we're going to take a live look over Boone, where North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper is today. He's set to be able to survey damage left there by Helene, along with both Ashe and Avery counties. Governor Cooper spoke at that damage yesterday during a visit from President Biden. Let's take a listen.
Bridges damaged or completely destroyed, critical infrastructure and water systems, electrical grids, communications, all remain seriously damaged. Countless homes and businesses that are lost.
And right now, looking at that devastation, you're just seeing exactly what it looks like now there in North Carolina. President Biden also took an aerial tour of both North and South Carolina after seeing the damage. The president promised to deploy 1,000 troops to support the search and rescue efforts, and they'll help with the state National Guard deliver food, water, and medicine to those still stranded by the storm.
They're going to speed up the delivery of life-saving supplies like food, water, and medicines to isolated communities.
President Biden plans on touring more storm damage in both Florida and Georgia today. Again, Governor Cooper will also continue his tour of the damage today at 1:30 in Boone. Federal emergency officials now sending a warning as they help communities recover from Helene, and they say that FEMA funds will likely run out before the end of the hurricane season. So Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas made the announcement yesterday. He says while the federal government can meet immediate needs, they need Congress to approve additional funding. A specific amount of the money was not given, but Congress recently passed an additional $20 billion for the agency's disaster relief fund. This came from the recently passed short-term governmental spending bill. And the bill now also gave FEMA flexibility to draw on the money more quickly as needed. All right, turning to Charlotte now, the waters have now receded there, but there is still a big mess left behind for people living along the Catawba River. Mud and silt are two of the biggest problems that we're seeing there in that area, and other debris, including things like fridges and boats and gas tanks, believe it or not, all coming down in that water. FEMA assistance will now not be coming to this area right now, and that's because Mecklenburg County was not included in the eligible relief. But now people are reaching out to lawmakers to push for more aid.
It's literally every single house all the way down the road is filled with mud and water, and the water line is usually about up to here. That means everything that everybody owned was lifted up and smashed around by the current.
Well, water has reportedly been dropping around 5 feet a day since the storm passed. Power, though, still out in some of the areas looking there in northwest Charlotte. While roads in the Charlotte area now get to be a little bit more clear following the rush hour, the same can't be said out west. Miles and miles of roads across western North Carolina just not even open right now, and they are still closed, and they're just gone entirely, being washed away by Helene. Well, NCDOT officials released messages on X yesterday, and they say it's unclear when those roads could reopen. Right now, maps online through Google and then Drive NC show that roads will open late next year. And they say don't get excited because that date is not a firm date. It's just a placeholder. And updates on the exact reopening will be added as they then assess the damage in the area. And that means when they can give a better estimate on construction dates for roads that need work. And we spoke with NCDOT Communications Director Jen Goodwin earlier this morning on the extent of the damage that they're seeing.
I've been with the department going on 18 years. I've never seen anything like this in my career, and I'm hearing a lot of that from my coworkers. It is an all hands on deck, 24-hour operation, but we're determined to make sure that we reestablish communication and connectivity in western North Carolina.
You can be able to find out more information on the roads in North Carolina, and you can be able to listen to this full interview on our website at qcnews.com.